Okay, 5G has finally launched in India, and for the past 2 years we have been saying if you live in a tier 2 city, it makes no sense to buy a 5G phone right now. But now in 2022, if you're buying a new phone, you should buy a 5G phone. But Pratik, wait, there are 5G phones with one 5G band. Should I go for those? Well, this video clears all of that. And by the end of the video, you would know the best 5G phone to buy in India right now. Whether you are in Mumbai, Kolkata, Shillong, Manali, you get the point. Anywhere in India and in all budgets. Now, the most important thing before buying 5G phone is to check for 5G bands. Now, if you are confused what are 5G bands, here's a good video. You can check that out. But your phone needs to have 5G bands for 5G to work on your phone. I mean, that's obvious. Now in India, there are 3 big telecom companies, Jio, Airtel and VI, which is Vodafone plus Idea. And right now, all over India, they have bought these 5G bands. Now, you don't need to know all of these 5G bands or remember it. If you're buying a 5G phone, you need to make sure the phone has these 8 5G bands. So starting from the budget, the first 5G phone to buy under 15,000 is, now Moto G62 5G has 12 5G bands and all the 8 important 5G bands for India. Not just that, this thing is very less talked about. Moto G62 also supports 3CA, which means better 4G plus speed compared to other phones. You also get other network features like 4x4 MIMO and VoNR, voice over 5G. Now, these features is actually found in a bit expensive phones over 30,000. But of course, you don't buy a phone just for 5G. It has to be overall good. So the first pro about Moto G62 5G is performance. Like see here, Moto G62 costs 15,999. You can even put card discounts and get it under around 15,000. For that price, you get Snapdragon 695. And in this range, it is one of the best processors you get. For normal day-to-day usage, WhatsApp, social media, the phone performs well. And even if you want to do gaming for half an hour or so, you get a 120Hz display and it is good for casual gaming. And the second biggest pro with any Motorola phone is clean Android. You get Android 12 right out of the box, but most of the phones in this budget range have unnecessary installed applications or ads. Motorola is ad-free and the whole experience of using the phone is really good. Number 3, now battery life on Moto G62 is really good. Usually in this price range you get 5000 mAh battery, but due to Snapdragon 695, overall battery life is good and the phone can easily go 1.5 days on a single charge. Now the only thing to know is the LCD display. It is not a bad display, it has good viewing angles. You even get stereo speakers, which is rare in this price range, but it is not an AMOLED display. And if you increase your budget to around 20,000, there are 2 good 5G phones. Number 1, Moto G82 5G. It has 13 5G bands, all the 8 important 5G bands for India. And one thing I've seen is, if you buy Motorola phones at any price range, you get good 5G band support, and they have been doing this since 2020. Now, in case you don't know, if you put more 5G bands in a phone, you have to pay the chip manufacturer more. So usually phone brands give less 5G bands to save money, which is not bad. It usually happens in budget phones, but Motorola doesn't do that. So credit where due. Good job Motorola on that. Now back to the phone. The thing with Moto G82 is you get the same 695 processor as Moto G62 or any other phone. But when you spend 5,000 more, other aspects of the phone like display, camera, charging get better. So you get a 120Hz POLED display, very thin bezels, and you get 33-watt fast charging, which is good for this price. There's also a 50-megapixel camera with OIS, which you don't see at this price. And overall, it's a good photo camera phone. Sometimes it has a pink cast on photos, but most of the times the photos come out sharp. However, if the camera is your only priority, another good option at this price range and around 23,000 rupees, a bit underrated phone, Mi 11 Lite NE 5G. You get 12 5G bands and all the Indian supported 5G bands. Also, you get Snapdragon 778G, which is used in phones around 30,000. It has a really good camera in this price range. Plus, Xiaomi provides 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security updates. So you should get Android updates up until Android 14. Now, if you go about 25,000, you get 2 good phones. Moto H30 for exactly 24,999 and you get iQOO Neo 6 for as low as 27,999. Now for 5G, get Moto H30. Here's a good review video of it. But for better performance and camera, iQOO Neo 6 is a fantastic phone. But iQOO Neo 6 has only 4 5G bands. So will this phone not get 5G in India? Will 5G work for this phone everywhere in India? See, let me explain it to you in simple words. Consider this to be 5G, and 5G can be broken into 3 parts: low band, mid band, high band. Now we'll ignore the high band as of now because no phone in India supports that. Now mid band and low band will be the only 5G available in India right now. Now the stronger the 5G wave, the less distance it can travel. So mid band is stronger than low band, but it can travel less distance. Now how does it affect us, Pratik? Well, phones which have 2 to 3 5G band, that is N77, N78 band, you will get 5G in metro stations, stadium, mostly all open public places. But as soon as you go into interiors, mountains, parking lot, basement, you will start having problems with 5G connectivity.
But I still have 4G at home, or I even have Wi-Fi.
Well, in those cases, yes, you are perfectly fine with 5G. But if you pay strictly for a 5G phone, make sure all 8 5G bands are present. Now, just for 5G purposes, these are the phones you should avoid totally in 10 to 30,000 price range. So, rest above 30,000, mostly you get devices with good 5G band support because brands don't do cost cutting in network in expensive phones. On that note, this is Pratik signing off. See ya in the next video. Pew, pew.